That time they don't have NEET, sir. Yes. Going to all that. Yeah, this family WhatsApp groups are waste. Everybody is sending that one video in which Vishwanath went to that ISKCON temple in, London and giving some offering to a cow. Which microphone? Tomorrow, no holiday.
No holiday tomorrow. Yes, holiday is postponed. Okay. Postponed to Monday.
Postponed Monday, sir. Then test.
Test as usual.
Monday week off. Monday week off. Then we should have already on Monday, right? We should have it.
You have test now?
Okay. Here they postponed. Here they postponed that man. Sir, he's asking school holiday, sir. Sir, Monday. Sir, Monday we have half day, sir. Wait. Still, huh? Wait. Last working day of the week. You have half day. Not just us. The whole North India, the whole Karnataka will have half day last week. Wait. Telangana rather they won't give.
Only one came?
Sir, last class we did this. So all central schools. I think sir sent the message that this is a new chapter and importance.
Then I will also tell. This is not new chapter.
Sir, just a new chapter, sir.
It is not new chapter, but important. I will tell.
Sir, this year we are going to discuss the chapter name and it is a new chapter. Important concept: diffraction of light. Diffraction only, right, sir? Tough topic. The diffraction is tough. This is tough only.
Now tough only.
NCERT and CBSE is tough.
Okay, listen, friends. Okay, anyway, I did my level best. You are important because you came. Okay, friends. So actually, last session, Young's double slit experiment over, no? Today, our next important topic, interference due to thin film. interference due to thin film. For example, students, so listen carefully. Any doubts are there, please stop me. I'm taking one thin film, but for visibility purpose, I will draw as a fat film. Okay, you try to understand. I will assume its thickness is how much? Some d meters. How many meters? D meters. And refractive index how much? Mu. One ray of light is entering here. So my question, when it is in air, what is the speed of the light? Respond. When the light is traveling in the air, what is the speed of light? C. CR 3 into 10 power 8. But after entering inside this film, what is the speed become? Reduced by fraction of mu. Correct?
Yes.
And what is the distance traveled by the light ray? D meters. So what is the time taken to cross the film? Distance by speed only, na? Distance means D by C into, sorry, C by mu. This is the time taken to cross over the film. I mean, to travel inside the film. Understood? I'm requesting you all to remember at your fingertips, these both things. Now, when the same light enters into air, within the same time, do you ensure it will travel only d meters? Huh?
Okay.
When another ray of light, instead of entering in film, within the same span of time, how much distance it will travel? Let's say from A to A prime distance it will travel. But time taken from A to A prime? Respond. D into mu by C. What is the speed of the light here? C only, no? As it is traveling in the air, speed is... I'm calculating.
In air only, without that.
No. When the light traveled inside this film, within the same time duration, another light will travel extra distance, no?
Yes, sir.
Because in air, speed is very high. So it will cover more distance, I am telling.
Yes,
correct or not?
But here the speed is speed of light only.
Here C only.
See, then why you have taken mu there?
I am comparing.
Both you are comparing.
I am comparing the two lights. Within this span of time, what a distance traveled by this first light? D meters, no?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? Then how much distance traveled by the second light in the same span of time formula? Velocity into time only, na? Respond, what is the velocity? C into time value, how much? D mu by C. C cancels out. What is the distance traveled? Mu into D only, na? Correct or not? Yes or no? What a path traveled by the first light in film? I'm asking you what a path traveled by the first light in film? D meters only, na?
Yes, sir.
And in the same time, what is the path traveled by the light in the vacuum? Mu into D. What is the path difference between the two light rays? Respond. Path difference, how much, students? Delta 2 minus delta 1. What is delta 2 value? Mu into D minus D. D value, how much here? Mu minus 1. I am requesting you all. It is a very, very powerful formula. This is what path difference between the two light rays. One is entering in film and other one is entering in the air. Are you understanding? So I am requesting you all. Means if any light entering in film, how much less distance it will travel? If the original light traveling d mu means it will travel least distance only, na? Yes, I repeat my statement, it is somewhat confusion. When light enters into film, distance it will cover least arm or least distance it will cover. Are you understanding now? Okay. Yes, so very important formula. I'm requesting you to remember. Okay. Then what is the phase difference between the two light rays right now? This is called path difference between the two light rays. With your permission, shall I call it as optical path difference? Shall I call it as optical path difference? Why optical path difference? It is passing through lens only, no? So it is the optical path difference. What is the optical phase difference between the two light rays? Respond. Who will tell phase difference formula? 2 pi into delta by lambda only, no? I'm requesting all to remember this also. Substitute optical path difference here. So I can write optical phase difference how much? 2 pi by lambda into delta value how much? D into mu minus 1. And what is the time difference between the two light waves? What is the time difference between two light waves? Tell me. What time difference? Tell me. Time period into delta by lambda only, na? Substitute delta value how much? D into mu minus 1. Okay, so that is the time difference between these two light waves. And this is the path difference. This is the phase difference. Now, how it will affect the interference pattern? We must look. Now we are moving to YDSC setup. YDSC means what? YDSC means what, students? Young's double slit experiment with film. With what here? Film or a thin film. So one plane of the slit I am taking. On cardboard I am taking. Two slits are there. Behind the slit one screen is there. This is the one source of light. This is what here? Another source of light. What a distance between the two sources? How much? D meters. And what is the plane of the screen at a distance? How much? Capital D meters. Now, I put one film here. Now, our interrogation will start. Let's say its thickness is T meters and its refractive index is mu, sorry. I want to analyze at point P what is happening. Bright band will form a, dark band form a. I have to interrogate. Are you understanding? Okay, so one light wave, first light wave reaching point P via film, and second light wave is reaching point P. Between the light waves, interference taking place. Yes or no? So at point P, what may form? Either bright band may form or dark band may form. That we don't know. We have to analyze right now. I'm requesting you all, what is the path traveled by the light, first light wave? What is the path traveled by first light wave? I am asking you. S1P, because of the film, some less distance it will travel, na? What is less distance? T into mu minus 1 only, na? Just now we analyzed. When light to enter into film, it will travel least distance comparing with to the second light wave. Say yes or no? That's what I subtracted. Understanding or not understanding? There is a path travel by the first light wave before reaching point P. But a path travel by the second light wave? If you tell only, I will write that is a S2P. Correct or not? What is the path difference between the two light waves? Big path minus small path means that is how much delta 2 value? S2P minus S1P minus T into mu minus 1. And path difference between the two light waves, how much? S2P minus S1P and minus into minus plus T into how much? Mu minus 1. This is nothing but what here, students? Physical path difference. What is the physical path difference? S2P minus S1P. Someone tell me. What is the physical path difference? In the last session, I told physical path difference delta P equal to how much? Let's say this is distance is Y. Physical path difference d sin theta only, no students. To draw any perpendicular line, this is the extra physical distance traveled. This is d sin theta only, no? Yes or no? The distance between the two slits is d means, and this angle is theta means, what is the extra distance traveled by the second light wave? D sin of theta. D sin theta is nothing but what here? Sin theta nothing but what here, students? Opposite side by adjacent side only, no? Conscious, with conscious only I am talking. Sin theta equal to not opposite side by hypotenuse here. Because we are talking small approximation angle. Sin theta become tan theta.
Yes,
so opposite side by adjacent side. So dy by capital D. So I will write here. I'm requesting you all kindly remember this physical path difference between the two light waves at your fingertips. Dy by capital D plus T into mu minus 1. This is a total or net path difference between the two light waves with the film. Correct? Now at point P, how many things may happen? I'm requesting you, what is the first phenomena may happen? Tell me. Response, students. Maybe bright band may be formed, no? Correct or not? So at point P, first thing is what? Bright band, or what is the name of the interference? Constructive, very good. Constructive superposition or interference. Or formation of which band?
Bright band.
Bright band. What is another name of bright band? Maxima. Maxima. Everything same. Someone tell me and guide me condition for maxima.
Path difference should be.
Shabash. Tell me.
Path difference should be
N lambda.
N.
Next year you will. So net path difference how much? N lambda. Joke. Okay. Net path difference how much? N lambda. Yes. Okay. So here N equal to how much? For first central bright band, how much? 0 and 1, 2, 3 and so on. Correct or not? Okay. So shall I substitute this value here? Response student. Sandhya, Shivaraj, Dharani, Vishwanath, Venkatesh.
Yes,
Vishal not came, huh? Fever. Climate suddenly changed. Good evening, Venkatesh, Vishwanath, Dharani, Shivaraj and Sandhya. Good evening. Okay. So delta value, how much path difference between the two light waves? Just now we deduced dy by d equal to plus how much? T into mu minus 1 equal to how much? N lambda. This term you send that side. So what will happen? Dy by capital D equal to how much? N lambda minus T into mu minus 1. So what is the Y formula? Y formula how much? Capital D by small d bracket start N lambda minus T into mu minus 1. You don't need to remember, but very important strategy. Now my question, where central maxima will form, students? Where central maxima will form? Think and tell, Srinidhi. N equal to 0. For central maxima, n value how much? 0. The name only it is our 0th maxima. Na? It is name only 0th maxima. Its neighborhood breadband is first maxima. So n value 0. Correct or not? Put here, what will happen? I mean, what are distance between the center of the screen and that central maxima? Substitute here. So y is equal to how much? D by small d and into how much? N value you keep here. What will happen? So what will happen here? If you take n lambda, na, put n lambda, what will happen? Minus will come, no? But anyway, y cannot be negative or positive. So
that minus we can send into that inside the bracket, which will get 1 minus 2.
No need of sending. We will omit that. Minus is not a matter. This distance only, na. Distance is always positive only, na. How time is positive now? Time is what? Some 7:30 plus 7:30 only you are telling, na. We won't tell minus.
Minus the time can't be minus, right?
I am also telling you. Now time is minus 7:30. Who will tell? I traveled distance minus 20 meter. Anyone will tell? The speed of the bike minus 50 km/h. They will watch you from top to bottom. Understood? Okay. They can tell. Speed I am talking. That's what. What is your mass? Minus 50 kg. You will tell like that.
So mass is scalar, sir.
Scalar only. I am drinking minus 2 liters of water. Will you tell like that?
So all volume.
My height is minus 2 meter. You will tell. So like that only. If minus comes also, you have to omit that. So what is the distance between the center of the screen and point P? T into mu minus 1. Earlier, before keeping the film, this is the old central maxima. Na?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? This is a Young's double slit experiment where the before keeping film, this is old central maxima. Na?
Yes, sir.
Old CM. Correct or not? Now it is after keeping film here, where it is shifted? Upside it is shifted.
Yes, sir.
Now if you keep the film downside means downside it will shift.
Yes, sir.
This is a new CM. New CM means after keeping the film. This is nothing but every distance we are measuring from the old central maxima only.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is called origin. Origin means every distance, every angle you have to measure from origin. With your permission, this is, shall I call fringe shift or shift in the band? Central maxima shifted from here to here only, no? Say yes or no?
Yes,
Shifted here or not? So I can write this is the shift in interference pattern. Shift in interference pattern. Shift in interference pattern. Okay, so what is the shift in interference pattern? Capital D, small d into T into mu minus 1. I am requesting you all to remember at your fingertips. Clear or not clear? And one small correction, student, it is for your comfort only. So the thing is, this first light when it is traveling from its slit to point P, One is physical distance traveled plus distance traveled, extra distance traveled in film, shall I write? Film is not there means this is the extra distance traveled by light. No.
Yes, sir.
That's what instead of minus, kindly change to plus here. So here in the delta 1 you wrote minus, na?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because you have to consider physical path as well as optical path also. If there is no film means it would travel extra distance, no?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So that's what I'm requesting you all to add small change only. Here also plus, then what will happen? Here minus will come. Here also minus will come. Here also minus will come. So what will happen? Here plus will come. Okay. Here also plus will come. Correct or not? Now tell me what a distance between center of the screen and nth broadband here. This is only, no?
Yes, sir.
This is called what here? Distance between what and what? Center of the screen and center of the screen to which band? To nth broadband. Compulsory, you people have to remember this. Okay. Now tell me what is the intensity at that location? At that point P, I am requesting you all what is the intensity formula?
And here center of screen means we are considering from the old center of
Yeah, old center only origin.
That goes that one YN. YN is where we are considering from
YN means distance between origin means old central maxima to
yes,
present nth broadband. Understood? That's the important note. What is the intensity at point P formula? Cosine square pi by 2, no? I hope you all remembered. Tell me what is the phase difference between the two light waves right now? Pi is nothing but what here? Phase difference between the two light waves. Who will tell formula? 2 pi into delta by lambda. Substitute delta value how much? Net path difference. This one in a net path difference. Yes or no? But net path difference dy by capital D minus t into mu minus 1. So substitute here, you will be getting the intensity at that location. What is intensity at that point? 4I0 into cosine square. 2 cancels out. So pi by lambda into dy by capital D minus t into mu minus 1. Is the intensity at that point P. So I think we analyzed very nicely about constructive interference and broadband and fringe shift also. Correct? What is the next type of interference? Destructive means formation of dark band. Okay, so the second type of interference is what? Destructive interference. Destructive interference or formation of what here? Formation of dark band. Formation of dark band. So same thing I will draw. Two slits I am taking. One film I will take. Its thickness is T. Refractive index is mu. Behind one point source of light is there. This is one screen. There is one point P is there at a distance here. This is one distance. Light wave number 1 and light wave number 2. What is the distance between the two sources? Small d. The distance between the two things? Capital D, and wavelength is what here? Lambda. Now at point P, what I am assuming? Let's say nth dark band is formed. Nth which band? Dark band or nth minima is formed. Yes or no? Every distance you have to measure from the center of the screen only, no? So what is the distance of the screen and nth dark band? I will assume yn. I am requesting you all, tell me the condition to form nth dark band. Shabash, very good. Net path difference how much? 2n minus 1 into, very good, lambda by 2. Where n value will start? Very good, 1, here 1. I told the trick many times. When you are referring other author books, you can use this also, student, no problem. Nothing will happen. 2n plus 1, lambda by 2 also you can use. But when you are, it is a confusion equation. When you are taking as a reference equation, n value will start from 0, 1, 2 and so on. When you are taking into this consideration n equal to 0 means to understand that is a first dark band. Very confusion will come now. N equal to 0 means first dark band means. That's what I will leave this confusion. It is only fine. Correct or not? Why I told this point, in other publication they will use in your UG level, PG level. Okay. Tell me, what is the net path difference? Just now we found. This is only net path difference, no? Yes or no? This is what here? Net path difference. Net path, why I am using? Optical path difference plus physical path difference. Correct or not? This is only net path difference, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is only net path difference. Very important, you have to remember compulsory. Now tell me, what is the condition for net path difference? Delta net equal to how much? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. Just now I shown one formula. Now what is that? dyn by capital D minus t into mu minus 1 equal to how much? 2n minus 1 and lambda by 2. Send this term this side. So what will happen? So how much? dyn by capital D equal to how much? T into mu minus 1 plus 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. What is the distance between the nth brightband and central maxima? Capital D by small d. Bracket will start t into mu minus 1 plus how much? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. This is the very important equation. That is the distance between nth dark band and center of the screen. Okay, I hope you all understood very nicely. Okay. Shall we do with the two films? Only one film we have seen. Now one more film also I will keep. Two film means in front of the two slits, I will keep which will create more path difference, so that central maxima will shift to that.
Intensity for this.
Intensity is same thing, na? What is the intensity at point P? Formula 4I0 into how much? Cosine square pi by 2. What is the phase difference between the two light waves? 2 pi into delta by lambda. What is the delta value respond? dyn by capital D minus t into mu minus 1. Simply substitute, you will get the intensity of that.
So same only the intensity.
You will get 0 only. Whatever the values, if you put, you will be getting 0.
Oh.
That's what I mean. The light is completely absent. Completely, it is missing. Understood? One more equation also there. If two unidentical slits means what is the intensity? When you have to use this formula, if two slits are identical, correct or not? Kindly say yes or no.
Yes,
No, if two slits are unidentical means what? If two slits are unidentical, what is the formula? What is the formula? Tell me. I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root of I1 into I2 into cosine pi. If you put the pi value here, it won't become 0. Some light will present, little light will present. The name is minima, but fully 100% light will not miss. Partial little amount of light is there. Understanding or not understanding? Okay. Copy quickly. Over, no? Okay. So now single slit over. What's up next? Double slit. Sir, double film. Single film over double film. So this is a point source of light. The single slit, the another slit. This is the source of light S1. This is the source of light S2. This is one screen here. What is the distance between the two slits? As usually D, no? Now how many films I will keep? 2 films I will keep. This is one thickness T1 and refractive index is mu1. Here one more film I will keep, thickness T2 and refractive index mu2. Same interrogation we will do. At point P, what probability? Bright band or dark band? Correct or not? This is the first light wave. This is what here? Second light wave. Tell me what is the path traveled by the first light wave? Response friend. Physical path difference plus optical path difference, no? Net path means what a physical path traveled? S1P plus what the optical path traveled? T1 into mu1 minus 1. Say yes or no? What the path traveled by the second light wave? Physical path traveled plus optical path travel. What the physical path traveled? S2P plus T2 into how much? Mu1 minus 1. What a physical path difference? I mean, net path difference between the two light waves? Delta 2 minus delta 1. Correct or not? To simplify, what a net path difference between the two light waves? Sorry, printing mistake. So, delta 2 value how much? S2P plus T2 into how much? Mu2 minus 1 minus S1P plus T1 into mu1 minus 1. So I can write net path difference S2P minus S1P how much? Physical path difference only, no?
Yes, sir.
Or S2P minus S1P. And next what? T2 into mu1 minus 1 minus T1 into how much? Mu1 minus 1.
Sir,
Huh? Sorry.
There.
Yes, sorry. What is the physical path difference? I told many times. How much? Dyn divided by capital D, no? Correct or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is the condition for bright band? If a bright band is formed or constructive interference is there, what is the condition? Delta net equal to how much? N lambda. Now, if dark band is formed, na, what is that? What is the condition for dark band? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. What is the fringe shift? Tell me. This is the old central maxima. Na? OCM means old central maxima. This is a shift in central maxima. Na? Correct or not? How to find fringe shift or shift in interference pattern? Respond. Shift in interference pattern. Tell me, students, how to find shift? Shift in interference pattern equal to shift in central maxima only, na? Yes or no? Now, what is the condition for central maxima? Delta net equal to how much? 0 only, no? For central maxima, n value, how much you have to keep? 0 only, no? Yes or no? So, what a net path difference? dyn divided by capital D plus T2 into mu2 minus 1 minus T1 into, sorry, this is T1 into mu1 minus 1 equal to how much? 0. This is only the fringe shift, na? Correct or not? Yn is what here? Distance between center of the screen and new central maxima. So, I can write dyn by capital D equal to how much? T1 into mu1 minus 1 minus T2 into mu2 minus 1. So, fringe shift or interference pattern formula, capital D by small t into bracket start T1 into mu1 minus 1 minus T2 into how much? mu2 minus 1. This is the very, very important formula. This is called fringe shift. Like that, when two films are there, we can write like this. Copy, friends, in this near JAA sure shot we can expect this question. 100% Young's double slit experiment only. No doubt in that. Understood? So very important. Finished, Amma? Now, a very, very important plot, that is intensity versus distance. Very, very important. Intensity of light versus distance. If you notice that, what is the intensity of the bright band? 4I0 into cosine square pi by 2, no? So yes or no? Pi value constant, naturally intensity also constant. It is noticed that for every bright band, they are having equal intensity, students. Everything will have the equal intensity. If you take dark band also, it will have equal intensity. Means if you plot the graph, the source of light, this is one screen. So here
I1 equal to I2 minus I2.
I2, all are equal.
Oh, equal. Okay.
All are equal. I am telling every bright band is having equal intensities. I am telling. So if you plot distance on x-axis and intensities on x-axis, intensities on x-axis and distance on y-axis, all intensities, if you see, they are all are having equal intensities only. Have you noticed the graph? Symmetrical only, no? Yes or no? If you see the intensity, every bright band is having the equal intensities only. Understood? If I want to find intensity at this bright band, so what is the intensity? Formula how much? 4I0 into cosine square pi by 2. Correct or not? You put that relevant values, you can prove every bright band is having 4I0, 4I0. Everything is how much? 4I0 only. Same way, if you see the dark band, its intensity is what? 0, 0, 0. Everything is 0 here. That points to be remembered. So that is the complete concept of the interference trends. So that is the reason, because of this interference only, have you noticed the shadow of the tree? Have you seen a shadow of the tree? This leaf of the tree is there, no? This is any leaf. Leaf has small pores, no? This is one magnified leaf, for example, like mirchi, don't mind. So, if you notice the leaves, small slits will be there. Have you noticed? All leaf cross sections do not have uniform cross section. Somewhere small slits will be there.
Yes, sir.
So when it is exposed under the sun, what do you expect the screen? Screen means ground. What do you expect? Have you noticed the concentrical alternative bright bands, dark bands? You can see very microscopically. You should notice. Have you noticed? I noticed many times. That is because of the interference only. Actually, if interference not there, if one slit means, one hole means only one bright patch should form. But if you observe, next time definitely keep this point in your mind. When you go under the tree, under the sun during the daytime, you must observe this. In your house, if trees are there, you can easily observe. Are understanding, students? So why this kind of alternative bright bands and dark bands will be found? Because of the what phenomena? Interference. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So, and many examples are there. Because of this interference only, every atom is 99.99% of the space is hollow only.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So when the light is penetrated through the atom, like in your chemistry, gold foil experiment is there. When the light passing through the gold atom, not only gold atom, any kind of atom is acting like a slit. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So in front of that gold foil, Rutherford will keep one screen.
Yes,
what do you notice? This kind of alternative bright bands and dark bands only will form. What is the meaning of that? The meaning means that when electrons are also having the wave nature.
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding? Here actually this is a gold foil experiment, no? This is a gold foil he will keep Rutherford. He will bombard some electrons, no? Bombarding means what?
So why only gold foil?
Why only gold foil? You should give space for after one question. Okay. Why gold foil means? The first thing, it is a one and only to conduct this experiment, very least thickness is required. Steel you cannot make this much thin. You can make it, but this is the only one and only one metal you can make it as much as thin. Correct or not? This kind of this property is called ductility. Ductility means for example, 1 kilogram gold, you can make ducts, I mean very thin wires, so that 10 times across the periphery of the globe, you can turn 1 kilogram. That much thickness, very least thickness. To perform this experiment, atom size is very little, no?
Yes, sir.
That's what he used the thin. But not because of the Rutherford is very rich fellow.
Okay.
Not that richness. Reason is thickness should be very, very least. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? His intention, you want to observe phenomena when electron penetrating through the atom. What is inside that gold atom? You want to interrogate. Now you know 99.99% is hollow space. Before this experiment, no one knows what is the atom, what is the shape of the atom, where is nucleus, what is the center part, inside nucleus, what are the things, outside the nucleus, what are the things, no one knows. Correct or not? Are you understanding? Huh? So here also Rutherford noticed that some spectral lines. Spectral light means what? Some bright bands, microscopical bright bands and dark bands also he noticed. This spectrum means this interference pattern is because of the interference only, students. Means the electrons also having what type of nature? Wave nature. Any fast moving thing? We also have wave nature, but very little.
Because we are not.
When you are traveling with the equivalent speed of light, your particle nature is very least and you have more wave nature. If you have wave nature, what you can do? You can walk through walls. You don't need to go through stairs to ground floor. Just directly you can understood. Okay. And you won't bounce back. Nicely you can. Okay. So no boundaries to you. For understanding. From this planet to that planet, within fraction of second you can go. For understanding. You can dilate the time. You can go to your future. You can go to your past. You want to visit your...
Sir, but to go to future, we have to travel at a speed more than light.
Even great scientist only can't answer. How I am ordinary. Huh?
Speed of light is not possible. To go to explore our future or our past, we have to travel at a speed more than light.
0.2c is enough first. That also we are not achieving.
Yes,
to prove all the Einstein theories, first we need a machine that can travel at least nearby speed of light. Not equal, not more than. Yes. Yes. Some aliens came to our planet means definitely they will not ruling problem. Means their machines may travel with the equivalent speed of light. Technically, definitely they are very sound. And definitely they came from the other galaxy to this galaxy means definitely they are very powerful. Technically, they are very strong. But definitely with that risk they came to our planet means not to do friendship with you. Like one film is there, Judah, one some Jadu, definitely no alien will come to do this planet do with the friendship. Definitely to devastate only. They need some fuel from here. Here you are feeling sand is waste here. But on their planet, this sand may be very useful to... how we are exploring Mars like that, they may have... correct.
When we are carbon based, like
without purpose, they won't come to our planet. This is not a picnic spot. From other galaxy, Correct or not? That's what, okay. So maybe entered alien means as a picture shown, it need not to be a human size. It may be a microbe also. Understood? Who knows that? Okay. You may be alien, I may be alien. Already maybe. Yes. Yes. Actually, we are only big aliens. They have to scare us. Okay. Anyway, we are deviating, students. Actually. Okay. That is a problem with the screen. Okay, now interference is over, students. Interference of light, I hope you understand very nicely. Okay, so listen. Our next phenomena is diffraction of light. What light? Diffraction of light. Diffraction of light. What is the diffraction? I will not define, just I will explain it. What is the exact diffraction? Students, this is some sharp edge. What is this? One sharp edge.
Yes, sir.
If you hit one ball, what will happen? What do you expect? Exactly, you thrown the ball at the tip of this sharp pin. What will happen? Definitely it won't go straight. It will go, it will deviate from its original path. It may hit the screen like this, no?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? But light is not like that. For the same sharp obstacle, if you focus any ray of light, it is noticed that anyway, what do you expect as an ordinary human being? You can expect the interference pattern or bright bands, dark bands in this region only, no? Correct or not? But practically, in reality, throughout this screen, just below also, that interference pattern, the dark patches and bright patches you can see on the screen. Correct or not? With this knowledge, if you apply here, biscuit only. Understood? Means here only you particle nature only you applied here. When you have to apply particle nature, the objects which are having very least speed only you have to apply the particle nature. But that technique you should not impose here. That's what when photon speed is what? 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. When they are falling on the sharp obstacles, sharp objects, what will happen? They will bend into their shadow also. Into their shadow regions also, they will bend and you can see that's what. So I want to define right now what is diffraction of light? Bending nature of light. Of course, refraction also bending. What is the difference between refraction and diffraction? Refraction is what here, students? Bending nature of light when it is traveling from one medium to another medium. But this is not that type of bending. This is what type of bending? When the light falling on the sharp objects, sharp obstacles, it will enter into the which region? The shadow region only, no? Correct or not, ma? This is a sharp obstacle. This is one screen or wall. You focus the light. What do you expect? Who has a moderate knowledge or off knowledge? Everyone will think this is shadow region only, no? Correct or not? This is shadow region only, na? But light will enter into the shadow region also. Such phenomena is called what here? Diffraction of light. Understood? In the shadow region also, what kind of phenomena you will notice? Spectrum phenomena. Spectral phenomena means this kind of bright bands, dark bands can be seen here. Correct or not? Newton failed. Why Newton failed? For aeroplane, if you put auto engine, it will run. It is highly impossible. Na? So how will you keep this particle nature into this wave nature, quantum nature? Understanding and not understanding. What is the quantum concept? Tell me. If this pen is having particle nature, what will happen? If the pen is having quantum nature, what will happen? Particle nature means if I throw this pen, it will fall here only. No, if it has quantum nature means what?
It can go anywhere.
No, listen, right? If it has quantum nature means I thrown with the equivalent speed of light.
Yes, sir.
Understood? It will penetrate through that straight wall in the beyond one All India radio station. Understood? It will penetrate through the All India radio station. It will cross our atmosphere and it will go to interstellar space. It will go its future. It will meet its grandmother. It will go its grandson. Understood? Who did not born. Are you understanding? My words are you understanding?
Yes,
so lot of difference is there, student. If you project the pen with the particle nature is different. Projecting with what? Quantum nature is different. Understanding? A lot of difference is there. Clear or not, student? So where Newton failed to explain this kind of phenomena? Newton failed or not to explain the interference and diffraction?
Yes.
Correct or not? He will tell. Huygens only explain.
No, sir. Starting, who gave this theory of interference and diffraction?
No, yaar.
Hygiene.
Question only you are asking, answer only you are telling. Me here, comedian. So, actually, why this between scientists, lot of controversies will come. Correct or not? Okay.
Okay, we are diverting. Not we are diverting. We are diverting.
Actually, Tesla is a scientist, very unfortunate scientist. He gave wonderful discoveries for world, but he did not make money.
He fell in love with his cat.
I don't know, but he's actually without electromagnetism. Can you imagine this present world?
No, sir.
Can you imagine transformer? Can you imagine radio? Can you have the? But he didn't make any money. Wi-Fi connection, radio transmission, no internet, no nothing. Understood? Okay. But very unfortunate scientist is the Tesla only. But this Tesla is there, na? This present Tesla. He's doing little but earning more. But he did lot.
Sir, then what did Alexandra Volta do?
Huh? Electranta?
No. Alexandra Volta. What did he do then?
Voltaic cell.
Sir, Alexandra Volta.
Who are they?
You had controversy, right, sir?
Huh?
Alexandra Volta and...
Who are they? I don't know. They discovered Tesla, no?
No, sir. Tesla had some controversy with some scientists, right, sir? Edison, huh?
That much depth I don't know, right? This thing I know. Because of the electromagnetism, some newspaper I read, understood? And deeply his autobiography I did not read. Understood? Okay, anyway, listen. So diffraction of light. Many in our day-to-day life, many examples are there. You see that fan in our classroom. Actually, do you expect that shadow like that? If you notice, where the shadow is there, microscopically, if you observe, in the shadow also, some microscopical bright bands and dark bands will be there. If you have doubt, please go and watch nearby that. Understood? It is not a perfect shadow. Correct or not? Perfect shadow means what? Perfect dark patch should come, no? Do you agree that is a perfect dark patch? If you want perfect dark patch, watch under your feet. That is a perfect dark patch. Your shadow. Dark patch means your shadow.
How much dark it is? Still not perfect. Dark means full black. Nothing is full black.
Understood? Nearby. Correct or not? But see that if you have good observation in the shadow also, some little bright bands, dark bands like spectral lines you can see. Yeah, edges majorly. Edges also, see, if you see that edge, na, this edge means if it has only particle nature, the shadow should be like this only, no students. But it won't be that much well-defined dark patch. But in reality, you can see like this kind of shades, no? Observe it. Observe it, students.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct or not? So why this is happening? Only they questioned Newton. You are talking excellently only. Understood. Light, what Newton said, light is like a ball. When you throw that ball on the wall, it will bounce back. When you throw in the water, it will go down. Nicely, you are talking only. You explain this, they asked. Then he mentioned, okay. So then means definitely there are particle nature is collapsed. Something is peculiar phenomena is going on. What the name of the phenomena he named? Diffraction of the light. Means when the light is having particle nature, 100% shadow should be like this only, no?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So why it is differing in ground reality? Because of the light is not having particle nature. Means when wave is interacting with wave, then it will show the wave nature. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
No, when light is interacting with particles, it will show particle nature. Are you understanding, student? In the reflection concept, 100% light is reflected. So there, what does it mean? Majorly it is shown particle nature only. Their particle nature is sufficient. But when light is transmitting through some obstacles, through small slits, it will deviate its particle nature. Correct or not? It will show its quantum nature or wave nature. Both are same only. Are understanding, friend? Okay. So let us try to understand what is this concept of the diffraction. So it's very simple. First of all, I will take one leaf. What is this? One leaf. Leaf is having small pores, no?
Yes, sir.
So that is actually very little pore only, little hole only. But if I draw like that, you can't see anything. So somewhat magnified hole I have shown. What the name of this hole is called? Slit.
Yes,
Let's say for more clarity, circular slit I am showing. Correct or not? Behind that sunlight is there. Here one ground is there, na? Ground is acting like a source of light. As an ordinary human being, what do you expect on the ground respond? Let's say the diameter of the circular slit equal to how much? A meter. This is the source of light. I mean like the sun. What do you expect response, friends? As an ordinary human being who has known only particle nature, tell me what do you expect? You will expect that only one bright patch you can see on the ground, no?
yes, sir.
Correct or not? But actually in ground reality, what do you notice? It is also surrounding some alternative bright fringes and dark fringes also you can see, na? Correct or not? Microscopical observation only, friend. Like me, well-defined, you cannot see in reality. Lot of microscopical observation only is there. Correct or not? If you have doubt, check that shadows also. Everywhere you can see. Correct or not? Noticed or not? Okay, nothing is a perfect shadow. So why that pattern is called what here? Diffraction pattern. Correct or not? In ground reality, if you see the screen, exactly in the middle, what do you notice? What do you notice, students? Exactly, you'll notice one central maxima. This is also called a airy disk. What is that? Airy disk and surrounded by what? What is surrounded by? Response, students. Surrounded by very feeble bright bands and not bands, student. Very feeble bright fringes and dark fringes you can see like this. Very feeble. What is that? Very feeble. Earlier in interference pattern, what type of bands you have seen? Middle, central maxima, above, first maxima. Here also what? First maxima, second maxima. Here also second maxima. Correct or not? All bright bands are having equal intensity. Say yes or no? But here, central maxima is more brighter. But surrounded by bright bands are fainter. Fainter means what? Very less intensity. As you are going away from the center, what do you notice? Intensity will decrease. All scientists question these things only. Why it is happening? So, could you explain with particle nature? You can't explain. So, such phenomena is called what here? Interference. Now my explanation, like by using the Huygens, as I told you, when light, please this point listen carefully. As light entered into the slit, according to Huygens concept, every point is acting like a secondary source of light, no? Means every light wave, every adjacent light wave is undergoing interference with the neighborhood light wave, no? Means diffraction also interference. When you have interference, two sources are there. If two people are there, only one person will interfere second person. Second person will interfere first person. Correct or not? Here two sources are not there. This is interference between secondary sources of light. Yes, not primary source of light. Interference means what? Interference means what? That is a phenomena occurring between two primary sources of light. But these are diffraction means what here? Interference between secondary sources of light, secondary wavelets. Are you understanding, student? So you can also write that interference. As I told you just now, exactly at the center, very brightest central maxima you can see at the center of the screen. As you are going away, what will happen? The brightness will become fainter like this. Say yes or no? What is the name of this one? Respond. 0th maxima. What is the name of this? Respond, student. First maxima. What is the name of this? Second maxima. Here also first maxima. Here also what here? Second maxima. Names are same only. 0th maxima is also called what here? Central maxima. Every distance is measured from the origin only. Understanding or not understanding? Now here we will investigate. I will take one particular point P. At particular point P, if you take, how many probabilities are there? Kindly respond. I am asking you at point P, how many probabilities are there? It may be bright band or dark band may be formed. Correct or not? So some light waves coming from the slit or aperture. What the name of this? What the name of the hole is called? Slit or aperture. Many light waves, millions of light waves undergoing interference. At point P, what is the first probable phenomena? First thing is what here? Let's say destructive interference. Destructive interference. What is the meaning of destructive interference? What kind of band is formed? Respond. Dark band is formed. Which band? Dark band is formed. Understood? But what is the path difference between these waves? Let's say the diameter or length of the slit is a meter. Every distance you are measuring from the center of the screen. I am asking you, what is the path difference between the two waves, students? I will join the center of the slit and this point P. Let's say that angle is theta. What a path difference between the two light waves? Tell me. A sin theta only, no? Correct or not? So I can write path difference between any two light waves is how much? A sin of theta. I'm requesting you all kindly remember at your fingertips. Correct or not? Okay. And here actually the thing is, if you compare with the interference at this point P where bright band is formed, but in diffraction, dark band will form. Means conditions also gets reversed, students. I repeat the phenomena. At this point P, in interference pattern, where the two slits are separated by a meter, at point P, their bright band is formed. Means here, at the same location, dark band will form. I mean, all conditions are getting reversed. There, what the condition for maxima? Here it will become condition for minima, students. Their condition for minima, here it will become condition for maxima. So all phenomena will be reversed. That's all. Positions will be interchanged. So tell me what the condition for minima? I'm asking you, let's say at point P, nth minima is there. Which minima? Nth minima is there. I'm requesting you all, what is the condition of minima? What is the condition of minima? Delta value how much? N lambda, students, not 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. As I'm talking, minima means compulsory n value should start from where to where, not from 0. Very strictly, n value should start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Understood? Delta value how much? A sin theta equal to how much? N lambda. Okay, so I mean, with your permission, shall I write A sin theta is nothing but what here? Opposite side by adjacent side, na? Correct or not? I'm requesting all to remember this point. It's not a peculiar equation. In your chemistry, Bragg's law, you are aware. Bragg's law is there. Between two crystal lattice planes, same kind of diffraction will occur. Maybe soon you are going to see. And this one, remember, very powerful equation. Okay. So sin theta shall I write opposite side by adjacent side? Correct or not? Sin theta equal to tan theta only, no? Sin theta equal to how much? Opposite side by adjacent side means n lambda. So tell me what is the distance between the center of the screen and nth bright band? Respond n lambda d divided by small a. I am requesting you all to remember this at your fingertips. Powerful formula. This is what? Distance between what and what? Nth dark band and center. Nth dark band at what here? Center. Yes or no? So means you see one important phenomena. This is a slit. This is a screen. Here this is the central maxima. This is the first minima. I will drop him. So how will you find the width of the central maxima? Width of the central maxima is nothing but distance between the two first minima only, na? Correct or not? What is the distance between the center of the screen and first minima? Here n value should put 1 only, no? Correct or not? Say yes or no? So this is y1. This is also how much? y1. So what is the width of the central maxima? I'm requesting you all, what is the width of the central maxima? Tell me. 2 into y1. y1 value how much, friends? Y formula what? N lambda d divided by small d. N equal to how much? 1 only, na? Substitute. So width of the central maximum how much? 2 lambda d divided by small d. This is also a very powerful formula. I'm requesting you all to remember at your fingertips. Width of the central maxima. Like that, width of the first maxima also you can find. And last but not least, 10 seconds only. What is the constructive interference? Constructive interference means at that point P, you may have the dark bright band also, no? But the condition for bright band delta must and should be equal to respond 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Very strictly, n value should start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. What a path difference? How much? A into sine of theta equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. So A sine theta value how much? Dyn divided by capital D equal to how much? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. So what a distance between the nth bright band and center? Respond 2n minus 1 lambda d divided by 2 small d. Sorry, student, one here, one printing mistake. D should not come. A should come. Okay. This is the distance between what and what? This is the distance between what and what, students? Distance between nth bright band and center. Say yes or no? Correct or wrong? And last but not least, if you take any particular point P over 10 seconds, intensity equal to how much? I naught into sine square pi sine square alpha. Tomorrow I'll explain. It will take 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, students. Thank you. 200 seconds extra I have taken.
You want to change the